It's a brand new day.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Lovely to meet
Tyler.
you.
I'm Allison.
Hi, Allison. Wonderful to see you.
Come on in.
Oh, thank you for having me today.
My name is Allison Janney, and I'm an actress. Currently, I'm on a CBS show called Mom. Many people recognize me from my years on The West Wing.
Hey, having a good one?
You so far so good. You tell me.
When the door opened, I actually did not recognize Allison at all. Awesome.
I won't be surprised if Tyler does not recognize me, but actually I do know who he is. I've been thinking about wanting to do this for a while, so I'm pretty excited that I'm about to do it.
I'm so excited. I'll be curious to see what comes through. And
I will be too.
had a lot coming through on the way here, so it's gonna be interesting.
Just from walking in the door.
Yeah, it was like flooded in, so I'm really
gosh.
excited to do this.
Chris Hensey is my manager, and Alana Rice works with me, and she's also a dear friend and feels like a family member to me, and they're perfect to be here for me because they love me and they know the people I want to talk to too, so. All right, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on
problem.
so that I can
All good.
see who I'm talking to.
Yes.
Oh my God, Tyler, Henry.
Hello, it's me. So what I'll do is I'll just basically kind of get into the zone and just scribble away, and I'll see what comes through. The way that usually I find I make a stronger connection is if I hold into an object. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold onto one of these if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll keep that face down. I'm going to go here.
There we go.
Okay, got that, that, and that. Wow, all right. I have a man coming through, and every message that he's communicating is actually kind of having a funny or a, like, comedic kind of undertone in the way that he's presenting information. If you would have told him, like, oh, I'm gonna go see a medium. I don't know if his reaction would have been really funny or what this is, but he's cracking a joke at me.
Oh, he would
it's coming
totally
through.
make a joke about it if that's him.
It's like shaking a magic 8-ball for me. And it's like, it's a funny thing.
Well, that was my brother Hal, and we had a magic 8-ball when we were growing up that we used to use all the time, so.
Wow. This is strange because he's having me talk about his emotional state and his mental state, and it's so weird. He's basically showing me the cards being held close to the chest, which is basically acknowledging that when someone gets closer to transitioning or towards the end, they would not have felt like they completely communicated.
No, he definitely was not good at talking about what he was feeling and didn't like it. So he definitely was someone who, and he was a card player too, so.
It's tragic. This is someone who had so much potential,
Yeah.
you know, and the feeling is like being alone even when I'm surrounded by people. Mm-hmm. And there's a feeling of just never being able to shake that feeling of being alone despite being around people.
Yeah.
How old was he when he passed?
He was 49.
So I'm just gonna look at the photo and see if I can get additional information.
Yeah, sure. They're just as kids.
Oh, I love it.
He was enormously fun to be around. You know, a lovely, smart guy who never found a place to land. He would be the person I'd go to for help doing anything. What computer should we get? How do you make the best mashed potatoes? What's happening with Russia? I mean, he just knew so much. And he was my best friend in the world. So that makes me really, really sad.
For some reason, when he's going to my head, I don't feel like I'm in a right state of mind. He's like putting up like a fuzzy wall in front of his state of mind. It's a really strange thing in the way this is popping in, but I'm not clearly like all there mentally. Mm-hmm. And there's a feeling of questions being asked as far as to what extent happened that transitioned this person over, because this isn't a natural thing. There's an apology for not verbalizing this feeling before this happened. So I don't understand why he would communicate it that way.
Well, he took his life.
Oh, that would be it.
So, I mean, if he's saying something
Right.
like that he,
Was thinking.
you know, was thinking that something wasn't right and that he wasn't in a mental
Headspace.
headspace.
Right. He's referencing to prescription medication.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a problem with this, but he had a previous problem with this. This is interesting. And there's a feeling of abusing this, or using this more than I should.
Very much, yeah.
Right. The way this comes through, just to clarify, if someone dealt with a susceptibility to depression their whole life, and then in the last 3 years, they abused prescription medication, and that made their depression even worse.
Yeah.
It's not that he suddenly became depressed at the end of life. I just don't necessarily know if his natural state of depression would have organically gone that route if there were not this underlying
drugs.
contributor that at least didn't help the cause. There's more to this as far as like what contributed to the situation.
So he was not in his clear headspace when he did what he did.
Exactly. And there's just a feeling of like this contributes on a deeper level, and I want people to know this isn't normally me. It's an incredibly difficult situation.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I am happy to be on a show that I'm doing that's about people in recovery dealing with those addictions, and it's really important. It's such a huge epidemic these days.
The feeling is, I wish I could verbalize what I knew was going to happen because it could have led to a different result. And there's almost a frustration of like, I wish I just would have said something at the time. And now, in the way this comes through, there's a feeling of closure, of peace, of being free of any physical or mental pain.
When someone you love takes their life, you can't ever be okay with that. It's always there. It doesn't go away. And you wonder what you could have done, and you want answers. It was nice to have him come through, Tyler, and it is comforting to think they are around us.
So, got that, and that. Thank you. Okay. Let me look and see what this is, because I have to talk about a younger female. From her perspective, she passed before her time. Because I'm getting pulled over there.
Alana, she's here today. We are like sisters.
Like, they have a message for someone in the other room. Because from that direction, there's an acknowledgement of cancer, but there's a whole feeling that comes through with this of basically a feeling of there being a rush to get to someone's bedside. And there's a feeling of needing it to be known that this individual, and it's coming through from that room, was physically holding on at the time that she passed away. There's like a rush. I needed someone to tell me it's okay for me to go, like I can transition, I'm okay with this. But it's very distinctly coming through as an appreciation for being told like you don't have to hold on. She's also having me highlight a reference to the month of December. For some reason, referencing to a significant day in the month of December, they're having me highlight basically around the holidays. And they're really putting a heavy significance for some reason. And then she refers to a knowledge of 3 people, and she refers to them there. So I don't know why.
She refers to a knowledge of 3 people?
Knowledge of 3 people. So I don't know why all that's popping in.
Should we ask?
Sure, we can ask.
Alana.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. My sister passed away, and we found out she had cancer in December. She died with her 2 kids.
She was pregnant with twins when she found out she had cancer.
Yeah, it was a pretty traumatic event.
All 3 of them passed
Yeah.
together. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Let's bring her out here. Alana, I want you to come out here and talk to him. You need to come out here because your sister is coming through loud and clear in this.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little nervous.
Oh, hi. How are
Hi.
you? Oh, lovely to meet you. I'm gonna give you a hug. Oh, wonderful to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, picture.
My goodness. So it looks like we might have had a cameo appearance.
She is kind of a strong personality.
Oh, I love it. There's a story about botching the hair dye. This is so weird. There's a situation where we go to dye our hair, and I feel like it either turns bright red, turns bright orange. Do you know what Sun-In is? Like the stuff that you spray? It's the actual, like, where
Yeah,
you spray it on.
and it turned my hair orange.
Are you serious?
That's
Yeah,
so
it was
random. Did you ever do it with her? Would you know why she would bring this through? It's like a funny thing.
Everyone always used to make fun of me.
So funny.
That is how random. I really felt she was an incredibly feisty, like, strong woman. And the way this came across for her is that she wanted to be strong for everybody else. And I think, you know, the way this came through, I want you to know that she's okay and that she's with you. I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. And she knew.
Did she?
She did. She knew that her hand was being held. It's interesting, the way this is coming through, she acknowledged, like,
I was holding her hand.
I know that my hand was being held. And thank you.
That was me.
She felt so overwhelmed, and in a time when she would have felt the most alone, she was thankful to have you there. There's nothing I could say that could cure grief, but I always say readings just help us remember that, you know, our loved ones are around, they're connected to us. Please know that.
Hey.
It's a lot. Oh, I'm gonna give you a hug. It's so sweet. Oh.
We were just overwhelmed by the whole experience of and everything that was coming in, and Tyler was talking about stuff that, and bringing things up that he couldn't have known, so it was nice to watch him do what he does. You know, that was an important woman who needed to come through. I'm really glad I met Tyler. I'm really glad I did this. I think he had a lot of great information for me that I'm going to use. I'm very grateful and humbled by him, and love that he was here in my home. Oh my gosh, I gotta take a nap.
Wow, that was quite the reading. I feel like I've been navigating 4 readings, not just one.
It was very moving and lovely.